Okay, so you created your first step and you made your Alexa talk to a user. Perfect. But you can do even more. And to do that, what we want to do in this chapter is kind of make Alexa ask the user a question. So after essentially saying hello from Earth, we're going to ask something like, do you want a personal greeting, right? And as you can see now, the lines are getting longer. And if you keep writing and keep writing, it gets kind of, not sexy enough. And what you could do is you can use the greater than sign and then the enter. And basically, if you align it like that, then you don't have to use the quotes anymore. You just can write the longer lines, you just break them with the enter, and it's very handy. So this is what I've done with send text. So I've kind of separated in two lines. And yeah, let's ask the question. And we ask the question with the get input action, which doesn't have any kind of contents. Just put it like that with minus, get input and colon, and then enter. And with the get input, Alexa, we tell Alexa, hey, you must essentially hear what the user is going to say. And then the next section of this step comes, and it's called next, followed by a column. And there are two possibilities, or whatever you can choose, but in our case, we're going to go with two possibilities. So the user might answer, do I want a personal greeting? The user might answer something like yes. Or the user may say no. And those variants, right, those kind of answers are called intents. And we're going to go to them in a second. And if the user says yes, right, then Alexa should kind of react to that, right? So if a user says yes, then we're going to jump to the step that is called, and we're going to create this step in a second, that is called personal greeting, right? Perfect. And if a user says no, then let's call this step that Alexa is going to jump to no personal greeting. Perfect. So what is left to do now is create those two steps, right? And we're going to do that just similarly to the one that we created here. We're going to go with a name, personal greeting, then we're going to go with actions, and with the first action will be sending text again, and let's use this greater than sign and then align it and say this is the very personal greeting to you, Andrew, right? And yeah, and this is basically it. And then we need to do the second step as well. If a person says no, what we're going to do? We're going to use the no personal greeting step. We're going to jump to it, right? And here, as you can guess, we're going to use the same send text action. And it's going to say, hey to you. That's it. The person didn't want a personal greeting. Perfect. Hey to you, and then that's it. So if you hit save, all contents is saved, and what is left to do for us is kind of understand what those yes and no intents are. And as you may see on the left are the tabs that have intents tab in them. And if you go to intents, we already have one intent called OK, great. And yeah, this is kind of for you the clue how intents might work. First, we name the intent. We take the name that we used in this section, right? Yes. And then it is followed with all variants that the person can say this yes. For example, yes, of course, or the person can say yeah, or a person can say yep, or the person can say sure, or or something like that. It is your job as a developer of the skill to kind of come up with all these variants, right? Perfect. So that was it for the yes. So now our skill is kind of every time that a person will say yes, of course, or yeah, or yep, or sure, we'll know, okay, this is the yes intent. And then we're gonna go to the no intent. And my disk is almost full. Perfect. And the no will consist of no. For example, a person could say nope. Or the person could be very rude and be and say just say something like that, right? And yeah, and if you save it, then you already have your first scenario that is working. Once again, a small recap, right? We have this welcome step that greets us and that asks the question, and depending on what we're gonna say, one of the two options, we can say yes, and then the personal greeting step will be executed, or we can say no, and then no personal greeting step will be executed. And those yes and no intents are described in the intent section that is here. And we just describe the variants, so they're called utterances, if you must know. And what we have to do now to test it out, right? To test it out, you can do two things. You can go to the test section, and you can run your tester, and the tester each time...
Open greetings from Earth.
Hello from Earth. Do you want a personal greeting?
Just say something.
Hey to you.
As you can see here, our random walker test randomly chose to say no, just say something, our root variant, and then this path was executed. If you rerun the test, it could choose another path.
Open greetings from Earth.
Hello from
Or
Earth.
It could choose
Do you
the
want
no
a personal
path
greeting?
once again.
No.
Hey to you.
Rerun it again and hope
Open
that
greetings
it's
from
gonna
Earth.
choose
Hello from Earth.
yes sometime soon, right?
Open greetings from Earth.
Hello from Earth.
Because every time we have like 50-50
Open greetings
chance
from Earth.
Hello from
to do that, right?
Open greetings from Earth.
Hello.
Open greetings from Earth.
Hello from Earth.
And now,
do you want a personal greeting?
The random
Yes,
walker
of course.
test
This is the very personal greeting to you, Andrew.
chose the yes answer. And if you want to test it on the real device, of course, you're gonna go and deploy. Just a small kind of heads up, you only need to hit deploy button when you change something in intents or slots. If you change something in the scenario editor, in the scenario file, you don't have to redeploy. But we added yes and no sections, so let's do it. Let's deploy it, and then let's kind of go ahead and test it on our Alexa when it's done. Okay, successfully deployed, so let's test it once again. So here's my device, and I'm gonna say, Alexa, open greetings from Earth.
Hello from Earth. Do you want a personal greeting?
Yes.
This is the very personal greeting to you, Andrew.
Okay, let's try again. Alexa, open greetings from Earth.
Hello from Earth. Do you want a personal greeting?
Nope.
Hey to you.
As you can see, it works. It deployed to Alexa, and we already tested two variants. But as I said before, do use the test button here, because it is very handy, and it just, such a good thing to kind of test it while you go without needing to redeploy to Alexa. Yeah, this was it for this chapter, and come back and I'm gonna show you couple of more things that you could add to our interesting script. Okay.